This is Robert Demers here at the Just for Laughs Festival with stand-up comedian Robert Kelly. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, man. You were about to hand me the microphone. You forgot I had one.
I'm used to it. Not used to the double mic setup
double
just
mic,
yet.
because you hooked it up.
Yeah.
You got the new double mic.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
How are you enjoying the festival so far?
Festival is awesome. Been here a week so far. We did the Nasty show, the dating show. I did my own 1 hour show, the first one last night. So it's crazy. Now all the other comics coming in, so now it really starts to pick up. So it's been awesome. Great time so far. Best one so far.
I have a big appreciation of what you do. Being a stand-up comedian, going on the road, making people laugh in front of a huge crowd.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it, and I'm just fiddling around with this.
Right.
Can you tell us how it is to be a stand-up comedian making people laugh?
It's it's weird, man. It's great. I mean, it's awesome. We work for an hour a night, and up here it's like 15 minutes a show, but it's there's nothing like making somebody laugh, especially the way we do it. It's every 30 seconds or so you're getting a laugh, which is one of the hardest emotions to feel. That's pretty wild. I love it. It's great. Plus I'm at my age I have no B plan. There's nothing else I can do. So maybe scoop yogurt for people. So I better like it.
You've been on tour a few times.
Yep.
And you've been being here in Montreal you're living in Chicago, right?
No, I live in New York.
Oh, New York, sorry.
Yeah, but I do love Chicago.
Was it having to go on the road and the long hours going show after show? Is that tough on you?
Well, I mean, it's not tough on you at the beginning because you're a young dude, you're in your 20s, and someone's paying for a hotel room. You get to travel the country or the world, meet girls and have fun and stay out late and party. But now that I have a wife and I just had a baby a month and a half ago, it's harder now. You know what I mean? Because you want to go home and see your kid and hang out with your wife. But I don't really party too much. A party for me is like honey roasted nuts in the hotel room late at night with a movie on my iPad. You know what I mean? So it's different now, but now it's still fun. I mean, you go on the road, dude. It's even to travel up here. I mean, somebody paid for me to come up to Montreal to tell jokes. That's pretty amazing. That oh my God factor never goes away. You're always like, wow, this is awesome. Look at this nice hotel I get to stay in, because I'm funny. It's pretty wild. So
you have your Cry Like a Man hour special here at Just for Laughs. How's it been so far getting ready and going on stage?
It was great. The last night was the first night. It's always nerve-wracking because the other shows you're on with all these other people, these great comics. So you're really not worried about selling tickets or people showing up because there's such a successful shows. And so when it's your own thing and your name's on it, you get people are going to show up. But it was great. A lot of fans came up from my podcast and from Opie and Anthony and my comedy fans. So they showed up. It was awesome to do an hour. It's usually what we usually do, Up here, you're literally taking chunks out of your act for certain shows. So you kind of dismantle this hour piece that you've been working on for a long time to do the festival. So to be able to go in a small theater, really cool. Catacombs is awesome, rock and roll club. And then to have your fans come up in a small little venue and you get to do your hour, your whole, thing you've been working on for the last couple of years. It's awesome, especially when it goes over too, So yeah, it's awesome. It was great to do it last night. We got one more tonight, which is great. So I'm looking for. Hopefully, people show up tonight. Probably 4 people show up tonight. I'd be pissed off. But
what do you do to prepare before a show? Is there any kind of little rituals or that type of thing?
No, I mean, look, I'll get a set list in my head because it depends though, because up here you're kind of doing a specific show. So like I'm doing my hour, I get a set list of where I want to go. You know what I mean? You kind of stick to that. Or if it's a dating show, you got to kind of have some dating jokes. Or the Nasty show, I'm going to be a little dirtier. So you kind of put these little chunks together in your head. But that's about it. Just, a piece of paper like that. Just notes. Like you got notes. Pretty much that's it. I know the bits. I know in my head, but I don't do push-ups or shadow box, which I think is stupid. See somebody shadow. I'm getting ready for what? You're speaking. So that's about it, man.
This is not your first time at Just for Laughs. What is it about the festival that keeps you coming back?
Well, look, man, this is our only, for comedians, this is our only, social place. I mean, this is our community. This is the only time we can be a community. This is the only time we get to hang out, and you're all on the road. So being a stand-up comic is solo. You very rarely get to be with other comedians that you know or like. You're on the road. So this is the one place where they kind of bring us all together, and we get to hang out and do shows together and have fun and see people you maybe never ever get to see or like and hang out. So it's it's the only time we get to be a community. So for me, it's like, comedy camp, once a year when you get to be back up here. And it's also like a rite of passage too for younger comics who get chosen to come up here to do new faces and all that stuff. It's almost like, oh, I'm a comic. I'm doing Just for Laughs. It's now you're one of us, So it's it's always great when they call you up and they want you up here, Bruce and Robbie and Suzanne, those are like it's like your comedy family up here, you know what I mean? So that's why I like it. I love it. I met this guy over here from South Africa, an Australian comic, and I met Bridget, who's on the Nasty Show. She lives in 10 blocks away from me in New York. I didn't even know she was there. You know what I mean? So that's cool. That's the factor I like about it. Plus the shows are awesome. Just for Laughs puts on unbelievable. You don't have to worry about the show. The show is taken care of. Just show up and be funny, which is just a awesome relief off your shoulders, So.
Also, one of your shows is a live version of your podcast.
Yeah.
You Know What, Dude?
Yeah.
The podcast is a weekly show that you bring on a variety of other comedians to join you.
Yeah.
Does it get hectic sometimes having that many funny people in there?
Well, yeah, it does. Because everybody gets a good one, they want to spit it out. And it's not, it does get a little hectic. It's hard to control, but I try to control it. And sometimes you just got to let it go. And, I do one-on-ones now where, like, I'll do, like, Colin Quinn or, Dove Davidoff. I'll just me and that person, which I release on Thursdays now. But my show is a comic hang, man. That's what I wanted. I wanted a true comic hang. I wanted there's no topics. There's no direction. They show up. Sometimes the mics are on when they show up. I don't say, hey, we're going. You guys ready? I don't do any of that shit.
Unless they malfunction that one time.
Yeah, one. So yeah,
I do my research. I watch this stuff.
Yeah, so it is what it is. It just I hit record and we go where we go, and it's a true, because comics, when we hang out, sometimes it's serious, sometimes it's friggin' hilarious, sometimes we even fuck with each other. That's what it is. I mean, and sometimes it's unbearable to listen to. But most likely it's going to be hilarious. Most likely it's going to be really funny and really interesting. And I like to switch it up. I have some regulars, but I love new comics. I love younger comics, guys that aren't from my class. Dan Soda, who's one of the hottest new guys out there right now, a year ago was waiting tables. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He used to come from his Mexican restaurant smelling like guacamole to be on my show. Joe List, Giannis Papas is up here. He's unfucking believable. And then I have Colin Quinn, Jim Norton, Keith Robinson, Billy Burr. I've had Dane Cook. I have all these great comics, Amy Schumer that stop by. So, it's a mixture of everybody, which I love. It's not just, that's what podcasts are just these guys. I've got nerds. I've got alternative guys on my show. I've got, dirty comics. I've got road, club comics. That's why I love it. It's a mixture of comedy. It's not just this style. Mm-hmm. Podcasts usually this is what it is. Mine is a real, just comics, hanging out. You know what I mean? So that's what I like about it. Yeah.
During your whole long career as a comedian and an entertainer, what has been your best experience?
Oh my God, man, that's a broad question. I mean, there's so many, dude. I can't. You know, I've tried to answer that myself, like just from my own knowledge to know it. I can't. You know, I've done, 18,000 people. I've done a tour of Canada, which was amazing to me. From all the way up in Nova Scotia, wherever, St. John's, all the way to Vancouver. I've done arena tours with Dane Cook, G5 private jet into the 20,000 seat arenas in the round, walking out in front of 20,000 people. That's crazy. I went to Iraq twice and performed for the troops. 8 o'clock in the morning, 120 degrees in the desert in front of 20 Marines with guns, no microphone, and they're just, unbelievable. You can't. I've been to Japan. I've done so much insane stuff because of jokes. I can't put hey, this is the best thing. Even this festival, this is one of my favorite things to do. And every time I come back, it gets better and better, those are some of the oh my God things I've done. I've done so many oh my God things. So I really, it's crazy. Never mind all the pussy you get. No, I'm kidding. I'm married. You always got to throw that in. I'm married. I love my kid and my wife. No, absolutely I do. I'm kidding.
Well, thank you very much for talking with us.
Thank you.
And how about one last plug for your website?
Yeah, RobertKellyLive.com has all the Robert Kelly needs. My tour dates, my website, my Facebook, my Twitter, all that stuff is right there. But go to riotcast.com, listen to my podcast and all the other shows I have on there, and check out my tour dates. If I'm coming to you, make sure you check it out. Get my app too, Robert Kelly Live iPhone app, which is award-winning, by the way. It is. What are you laughing about? I won an award.
Okay, I believe you.
I swear to God, you don't have to believe me. It's a fact.
I haven't viewed your whole website.
All right, cool. Thanks for having me on, buddy.
Thank you, and good luck with the rest of your shows.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Let's do this one. That would have been weird. Let's do that one now, too. And then let's do a hand hug. Ready? Nope, watch this. Ready? Hold it, and then hug it. There you go. All right. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.